Well, good morning, mothers of Africa. Welcome to Adelaide. Apologies for the weather. It is a rather cold and damp morning here, but welcome to Benji, Noma and Brenda. And tell us, the show's been going for 8 years. Tell us a little bit about how it came together as a show.
Well, the show started in the year 2007. Yeah. Winston Ronald is the director of the show. He came to Africa, various countries in Africa. He did auditions for the show, and luckily I was chosen. I was one of the people chosen for the show. So we have about 9 different countries in the show. So, like I said, it started in 2007. That's when we started. We started in Germany, in most parts of Europe. Yeah, so, and this is our first time in Australia.
And how do cast members get chosen? Africa's a very big continent, obviously. Tell us how the cast members get chosen.
Well, they do auditions. They run auditions in several countries. South Africa, Zimbabwe, Tanzania, so Ethiopia, of course. So, like, I'll just give an example of where I come from. They called for an audition in Bulawayo, which is the second largest city in our country, and they wanted singers and dancers. So we're about 50 to 60 dancers and singers. So we auditioned for the show, and I was chosen, just like that. And
tell us a bit about each of your own roles in the show.
Well, I'm the singer and dancer of the show. Yeah, that's my role.
I'm a dancer.
I'm a singer, dancer, and MC of the show.
So how does an MC get chosen? It seems to be the hardest task of all, and have to not only perform your singing and dancing, but also keep everybody under control. How did you come to be chosen as the MC?
Well, okay, I joined Mother Africa 2007, a little bit late. I came to replace them because they were 3, and then they had to come to South Africa to choose other 3 as well to replace them. Then after I joined them, I remember Winston Ronald used to be the MC of the show himself, and sometimes when he was not there, nobody could do that, and he said, I need someone who can try that. And I remember he came one time to me, he was just crossing me, and he said to me, say Mother.wmv, that's ladies and gentlemen in German language. And I said, Mother.wmv. He said to me, yeah, I think you can do it. And he gave me a whole script of the lines in German. I had to learn that in German language, and it was cool. I was not used to the accent, but I got used to the accent, and yes, I did it. I started doing it, and until now, yeah.
And the concept of it's mentioned in the press that you haven't toured within your own continent. Tell us why that has been to date. I mean, for example, we have Circus Oz, which is quite popular within this country as well as touring elsewhere. Why not so far in your own home?
Well, Africa, if I could say, I would just make an example. Last year, Winston Ronald himself, he did a smaller version of Circus Mother Africa in Tanzania, which is Africa. He was trying to bring back circus into our own country, into our own people, so that maybe they could appreciate it. But okay, I was part of it. I saw everything that was going on. I was part of the marketing. Africans do not really want to spend their money into arts, you know, into circus or anything. They think, if I want to come, if I want to have fun, I'd rather go to some club or have a drink, something. They want to get something back than just to watch. They're thinking that maybe art could not be taken to an extent of a career that could be supported by the rest of the people. But it's different with the Europeans, Western people. They really, they have a way of, they believe that their entertainment is into the theater and everywhere else, unlike Africans. So we really had a hard time in Tanzania, in our own home country. They were thinking, I'm not going to spend my time and my money. If I come, then I should come for free. That's what they were thinking. But otherwise, it's not something that they think it's useless or anything. They do get flabbergasted when they watch the show. Yeah, like, wow, how do you do this? But we don't get the same amount of support that we get when we're in Europe or here.
Now, you have a very young a boy who does somersaults, Jonas, who I read has created some sort of world record for continuous somersaults. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And he's with you on this tour?
Yes.
And tell us about how he came to be part of the show.
Well, I think like Norma has she just said, the way of auditioning. But sometimes it's kind of different because Winston himself he was an artist, or he's still an artist. So he knows the quality of an artist by just looking at him or her. So he or she doesn't have to be auditioned personally, because most of them he gets to see videos of them, because a lot of artists want to work with him. Even myself, I didn't get to be auditioned, but I sent my profile and my videos and everything. But before then, he knew me from another show. So I guess with Jonas, it's the same thing, because we have Ethiopians, and Ethiopians know other best artists. So he got to see the video, or he even went to Ethiopia one time and he saw him. So he's one of the cutest boys, and he's very talented, and he's very vibrant and energetic. So, and he's a very good performer, very professional on stage. So that's how he got to be chosen with Jonas and Tariq.
Now, you've had a very successful season at Jupiter's Casino in the Gold Coast, which I think was extended as well due to demand. Now, the Gold Coast is a terrible part of the world compared to beautiful Adelaide. How have you found Australia so far, and how did you find the experience in the Gold Coast?
Well, for us it was wonderful, because the weather, when we arrived it was totally warm, actually hot. So it was just like in Africa, and we enjoyed it. The way we used to be dressed, it was wonderful, because like Boki was just said, like Africa is not the same like the Western or like Australia. So we're wearing short skirts and everything. Otherwise, Jupiter's Casino, we had a lovely time there. Like you said, the season was extended, which was beautiful for us, because we had 1 month was not enough just to stay in the Gold Coast or just in Australia. So we were so excited that it was extended, and it was a wonderful time to share stage to give out to the people in Gold Coast, and we had lovely support also. And we loved the weather, we loved everything about it. We did a lot of shopping there and clubbing, of course, and we were staying nearer to the casino, so we had our own catering cafeteria there, so it was wonderful. We had nothing to complain, and the hotel was perfect.
So a bit of a bummer coming to Adelaide, given the weather we've got here at the moment.
We love it. We love Adelaide because it's really in the middle of the city, So at least it's better than Gold Coast now, that you can go everywhere, anywhere, anytime, and get everything everywhere, and the prices are much more better than Gold Coast. That we're excited about.
Well, thank you for coming to Adelaide. Thank you for your time this morning, and I hope you enjoy your stay in this beautiful city of ours, and I hope the show is highly successful for you.
Thank you very much.